Everybody, Faisal Talpur here. Today is Monday, which means time for Monday motivation. As entrepreneurs, I'm one, as you know, and I end up speaking to a lot of us. And we are constantly thinking of new ideas. So there's this constant overflow of ideas we are getting. Now, at times when we think one of the idea is, of course, better than the others, and it conforms with yourself, and you just feel you can transform that into a business, and you start doing that, right? So you start putting everything into place, you structure everything, you try and convert everything into a business. But what I come across, a lot of entrepreneurs complaining to me that it's the constant flow of ideas which keeps them from actually finishing what they started at the first place. So what is happening here is that they have, put the foundation of business A, and realizing that that would be the best business to get into for whatever reason, and they have got the reasoning for it. But before they actually can ever finish it, because of course it does take a lot of time for you to put a business in place, they are bombarded with all these other ideas, and they just think, oh, maybe perhaps the second idea or the third idea or the fourth idea is going to be better than the first one which they started working on at the first place. That is murder. Do not even go into that, right? I have stopped a lot of people doing that, and unfortunately, as entrepreneurs, we are very gullible, and we end up doing that to ourselves. Please don't. And let me give you a very quick tip of how you can stay focused, right? Always remember a few things, one of which, and the most important of which, is why did you start doing that at the first place? So the answer is in the history. You'll go back 6 months before, back in time, 1 year before, back in time, when you actually started implementing it, when you actually started putting things into place for that idea. Think why you started doing it, right? That is going to keep you focused. The second thing that you have got to keep in mind is that no matter how good the second idea is, it is going to take you all that time, right? All the blood, sweat and tears that you have been trying to, perhaps get away from idea one. You'll have to go through the entire thing from point start again, all over again. Are you ready to go through that pain again, right? So this is the second thing. And the third thing that you have got to keep in mind, which I think is also extremely important, is you keep the end in mind and how quickly you can get results from idea one that you've been working on. Okay, so if you think of the end results, if you think of all the goodness that it can bring, perhaps you can start to monetize it slowly, as soon as possible. Then keep that in mind. And the fourth and the most important thing, I would say, no matter where you are in the implementation process, launch it. Okay, do a pilot launch, do a semi-launch, do a test launch, call it any kind of launch, right? Just launch it. Because that is, and even if your product is not 100% ready, to do some sort of a testing with the market, okay? That is going to give you a lot of momentum. That is going to give you validation, whether it's working. That's going to give you trust. It's going to discipline you. I mean, there's so many things that is going to bring to you as an entrepreneur working on that idea and implementing that idea. So my Monday motivation for this week for you would be, focus, focus, focus. Think of these 4 steps and the idea that you've been working on. Do not keep on jumping from the next idea to the next. You're never going to get anywhere. I can promise you that. For now, thank you very much for listening. Faisal Talpur here. Once again, adios.